All
There
right,
we
guys,
go.
welcome back to the Hiatus Hangout podcast. It's gonna be a special episode because we now both have our cameras set up, and we're gonna make it, standard podcast style. So, you ready to get into it, Moino?
hmm
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Let's get. Yeah.
I'll read the first question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is more of a meme question than a serious one, but we said, why are Zoro's opponents always black? Black opponents, and he has bad navigation. Why does he? Why
Yeah.
does he have that? Loss of direction. And he says equals Christopher Columbus. Okay, so we just went hella racist for this. We just said he's the same equivalent to Christopher Columbus,
No, no, no,
but
no. We weren't racist. We're just stating observations. That's what we were doing, Moino. Okay.
that's true
We
because,
stayed
as we
observation.
know, Christopher Columbus didn't. They didn't think when he went to. I think he discovered America, right? From like
Yeah.
Spain. He wasn't meant to go Spain, guys. They literally thought they were going to India. That was the country
Yeah.
they were meant to go, and they somehow ended in America with the native Indians. Native Indians, sort of similar, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
Reason being, they thought the world was flat, but it was actually like a globe, innit? So
Which
they
is
thought they
funny
could.
because it's funny because we've known it was a globe for like however many, what's it called, 1,000 years from the Greeks.
Did it be? Oh no, no, yeah, the
I'm
Greeks.
pretty sure
Oh,
it's like a Greeks one, innit? They said something about like gravity or some
I
shit.
mean,
No
there's
gravity,
still
but just globe.
flat earthers to this day, though.
But yeah, anyway, to tackle the question, why is opponents always black? I don't know. I think it's more like a joke thing. Him
Yeah,
always
a
getting
joke.
like.
I mean, listen. A couple
I didn't
times.
mean it like that.
Had
I
one
meant.
time.
I meant. So there was like a little like I forgot like when authors write like a little side piece on like a character like outside of the anime like oh Zoro Luffy like his favorite food is this, his activity IRL would be playing football. If he was a
Mm,
football player, they'd make Luffy. I think Zoro would be like Brazilian, or Luffy would be Brazilian or something, right?
mm.
For Zoro's one, they said what jobs would they have if they weren't actually Straw Hat, and they said Zoro would be a police officer. Hey, the jokes write themselves,
Wait.
okay?
A police officer in the United States, right?
Most likely, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Um,
yeah.
this
That,
guy,
or I mean, it could be something worse, but we won't go into detail. It depends on the time period, innit?
type it on Discord. I'll see you later. But
No, no.
as for his opponent being black, he usually fights the second opponent every time, and it just so
Mm,
happens that they have a different skin complexion every single time, and
yeah,
he's an on-site racist. That's just how it is. So he had
yeah.
to be
I mean,
nerfed.
people might be dragging it like to the extremes because I'm on Scapia now, and they just
Mm.
I just basically found out who Eneru is, the god of the Skylands, and I know the characters haven't met the villains they're gonna attack. So like usually every arc, Zoro has his enemy, Luffy has his, Sanji has his. I haven't even saw the matchup yet, but I already know who it's gonna be. I already know it's gonna be. It's the guy with the sunglasses, isn't it? With the dark skin.
Wait, yeah, he is. Yeah.
I can just tell, man. But are there any points throughout the show where he doesn't fight like a main enemy that isn't like over like a dark skin tone?
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's crazy because the last biggest one was like, the last biggest fight that he like participated in, where he had a 1v1 matchup, was
Mm.
with a guy called I can't say it. Can I?
I mean, you can say it because I won't know who it is or the story to it. So
Okay, it's a black character. It's a black character. That's all I'm gonna
that's all
say.
I
I
need
can't
to
say
know.
any.
That's
That's
all
all
I
you
need
need to
to know.
know. I'm not gonna say the name. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah,
say nothing. He's a black
mm,
character.
yeah.
And it's crazy because have you seen him fight? Wait, you're on Skype here, right? That's past Alabasta, right?
Yeah. I finished as Buster.
So wait, Daz Bones.
Daz, is he the?
Black. His arms are usually a knife.
Yeah. You can turn
Yeah,
his arms as
exactly.
Mr.
So
One or something, Mr. Two or something like that.
I forgot what the name is. Yeah. So his
Something
name
like
is
that.
Daz Bones. He's also black. That's like one of the first guys on site that he first.
Yeah.
But
I
honestly,
don't.
there's like a huge meme because in Wano, he basically has to give one of the swords back, and he gets
Mm,
another sword from Wano because apparently the sword he had didn't belong to him, it belonged to someone else. Another guy made the sword, right? And it's very
yeah.
important and precious. Oh, it's so precious. It's so precious to us. It's so precious. Then why don't you have it, huh? Losers. Anyway, sorry. So he had to
The
give away
original
his
two
sword.
swords. Those
So
original two swords.
so
Yeah.
one of his swords that he has is
Yeah.
Shusui. That's one of his swords. It's one of the
Yeah.
black to grade swords that is already like mastered or whatever.
Mm.
And one of the big memes is that he's so racist that he gave away that sword because it was black. and that he had to get a new sword which wasn't, and then he's gonna make that one black too. But once he
Those were
masters
the
that sword,
curse swords, right?
12. So basically, there's like three categories of swords. There's like the top swords are like 12 supreme grade. Then there's like
Yeah.
one grade lower, then another grade lower. Shusui,
Mm.
I believe, is one grade lower than the 12 supreme swords, so he doesn't have one
Okay.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember that girl that was talking about it when he met. She was Smoker's vice captain. She was talking about the
Oh,
curse swords.
yeah, yeah.
No, she didn't use it yet. She mentions 12 of them. The best sword. I know we're going on a tangent here, but out of curiosity, do these curse swords are they like? Do they belong to like the warlords by any chance?
One does.
One. Okay. Okay. So they're just scattered across the globe.
You've already met that guy though. He has
Kai.
a bigger sword, but he only used to pick
Mihawk.
it. There we go. There
Yeah,
we go.
that's it.
Yeah, he's
And that
right.
makes sense.
And then, yeah, as for Zoro, it's a bit of a meme going around that he has all black opponents. He's had at least like 5 out of 10 opponents, so 50-50
Yeah.
chance, I'd say. But
Mm.
is he a racist? For sure. He's a police officer, guys. Come on, let's be real. But
He's an
yeah,
immigration
do you wanna read the second one?
Yeah, alright, we move on to the next question. Seinen anime versus shonen anime. So for this one, yeah, we were actually talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Some shows they blur the line between both, but when we do talk about it, we can just decide and categorize them as one or the other. So for example, some would say Death Note could be both shonen and seinen, but for this like question argument's sake, I'm gonna put it more towards shonen because it has mature themes, but most of it can be watchable by the general public. Whereas stuff like, Vinland Saga, Vagabond, there's a lot of death, there's a lot of, dark stuff happening. That stuff I'll consider saying Berserk too, etc. So I'll let you start with your opinion. What do you think?
Okay.
Shonen or seinen?
Guys, I'm a bit of a noob. I didn't even know what seinen or seinen means. After you told me, I googled it, and I was like, "Does
Yeah.
this count as seinen? Does this count as seinen?" And I was like, I was just trying to see what counts because I want to know. I didn't have prep time, guys, for this question, but he said that Monster, Berserk, Death. It's weird because it's the same thing you said. Death Note is blurred line because it's on Shonen Jump, but it's
Yeah.
not made for kids. It's made for the adults, so it counts as a seinen technically, right? Made for the adult, I'd say. All
I'd
of
say more
these.
so, because
Yeah.
it's so watchable by like anyone. Like you can put it on like to such a broad audience. And it's on Shonen Jump. I'll consider it a shonen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So by that logic, I'd have to. I mean, I've watched way more shonen. I watched a bit of Tokyo Ghoul. That's
Yeah.
apparently seinen. I've watched Monster. Ages. Oh, bro, Monster was so good. It's weird because I haven't watched Monster in so long, and all I remember it from all I remember about it now is when I watch comparisons between him and Batman. It's with him and Batman, him and L, him and the Killer case. Easy, greater than the
Yeah.
Killer case, whatever. And do you know what Monster is about? Just like the most brief synopsis. I'll give it to you if you want, in 2 lines.
I don't. So a lot of people told me to watch it. I haven't even checked the synopsis, but I think it's something to do by a sociopath and like a detective trying to figure something out. That's all I really know, to be honest.
Yeah, doctor, not detective, but he turns detective pretty much. So he's a doctor, pretty high up in. I don't know. Is he a director or something? I don't actually know, but he does a surgery for somebody, and soon after he gets fired right after doing it, and then he
Right.
basically goes on a hunt, and apparently the person he did the surgery to, is a murderer, which is the guy we know, obviously.
Yeah.
And shit, how is it called? Post World War II, the person he did the surgery to is a murderer. Doctor becomes prime suspect. He gets fired. He tries finding out who this monster is.
Ah, okay, okay. It's like a psychological detective thriller.
Very, because I remember so let me see. Wait, how much happened now?
But no, that genre is actually super elite. Like there's a movie called Seven, SE7EN. Brad Pitt's in it, and I think Morgan Freeman. Very good movie. You should check that one out if you're into that.
Dr. Dr. Tenma. That's the guy's name. Dr. Tenma. There you go.
Dr. Tenma. Okay.
Yeah, so he was
Yeah, I've
chasing
heard that.
down Johann Liebert basically, who's meant to be having like a 250 IQ. Since so they go into backstory and stuff. He has like a twin, so he's a guy. His twin is like a girl, whatever. As a kid, and I don't want to spoil it too much, he ended up burning down like his own house and a bunch of churches and all sorts, and he was the only one alive. There's one scene, he's on his chair, right? Not on his chair, but he's like at the top of like the church, I'm pretty sure. And then everything else is burnt, and he's sitting there, bro, he's a 4-year-old kid. His toes don't even touch the ground, and he's trying to aura farm. Like, it's insane, bro.
Like, we get it, bro. The fit's fire, bro. We get
Yeah,
it.
literally. No, they're in like it's in Germany, right? So the fit post World War Two was post World War One. Shit, I forgot. This is really bad. Post one of the world wars, basically. He had like the rags. He didn't have like proper rags. He had like private school type wearing for back then. So
Okay,
considered
yeah.
rags now because we're in the future. But yeah, that is an amazing, amazing anime. I watched it as a kid thinking, damn, I want to be like him. Then I realized how bad of a person he is now I'm growing older. And I'm like, holy shit, never mind. Never mind. I'm not
Yeah,
going to burn
yeah.
out any churches or mosques or nothing. Don't worry, guys. I'm okay. Shonen, I've watched more.
Yeah.
Naruto,
Same here, same
Dragon
here.
Ball. It's more mainstream for kids,
It's
especially
easier
to
to
watch.
consume, I think, definitely.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
if I was an adult and I had to pick, and if I didn't watch them beforehand, I'd probably still go with Shonen, only because it's a nicer watch. And
Yeah.
Seinen would be when I'm like 30, 40 years old trying to use my brain, you know? Because as a kid, you're
Yeah,
not using your
yeah.
brain, you're just letting everything go in constantly. You
Yeah.
can't be watching Death Note like that. I can't
You're
lie.
just
That's
gonna-
why. That's why I don't
Become-
consider it Shonen, but it's weird. But yeah, it
Yeah.
is what it is. Yeah.
So just to like reiterate what you said, I'm more or less the same, but there's like I think there's a subgenre within shonen that I prefer. So like you have your straight up, your Dragon Ball Z's, your Jujutsu Kaisens, and
The
then
hands.
your Naruto's, your One Pieces, and then within shonen you have your Death Notes and your Attack on Titans. So like they are shonen, but they push the boundary towards seinen. But they're still easy to consume. I think that that's what separates the Attack on Titan and Death Note from something like Vinland Saga, Berserk. It's like
Yeah.
they're just as narratively driven, but like it's like hard. It's like you got to think about it deeply. It's quite a lot of dark scenes happening. It's like you can't just throw this on while can't just throw this on while you're like
Have to show the
um,
triceps, bro. Exactly. No.
families around.
Exactly. Like if I'm reading. Oh my god. If you're trying to read or watch Berserk, do it in your own room, locked doors, no sound
Yeah.
coming out. Make sure. Okay. Reading is okay, but you can't read it in front of people because
Yeah.
the very first like manga panel is just 18 plus
Yes.
straight straight from the book.
But no, but that aside, like adult stuff aside, like
Mm.
narratively, I think seinen more time is better always. But I don't think that necessarily makes it overall better. I think shonen takes the cake because it's got the full package. That's
Mm-hmm.
my opinion.
Someone's at the front door. What the fuck? Wait, let me just stay here for a few more seconds.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, it's as the delivery. Shit, I'm gonna have to go. Guys, I'll
Let's
be
grab
back.
it.
I'm gonna pause.
Keep it running. I'll mute.
Keep
and
it running?
Pause. Yeah, just keep it. Oh, you can pause it or
I'm
keep
gonna
running.
I'm gonna
I don't-
pause it. Yeah. There we go. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. Had to get a delivery at the front door.
Yep, but yeah, that pretty much summarized our opinion on seinen versus shonen. We prefer shonen, but seinens do bang. Don't get us wrong. We're not saying seinen is shit, okay? So don't hate
It's
in
so
the
good,
comments.
bro. So good. And it's crazy. I haven't watched Vinland Saga. I need to. But yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Soon come. Soon come.
you gotta watch that for sure, for sure. Alright.
Oh, what? This third question's outrageous. What?
Alright, question 3, guys. Question 3. Is Attack on Titan a glorified mecha anime? What do you have to say about that? What do you have to say about-
I haven't watched many. I think mecha anime, but you know what? You're completely right. You hit the nail on the head. Now he's trying shit, guys. He made these questions, okay, and I thought he was trolling, and I read it. I'm like, wait, I swear he was trolling, and then yeah, no, it's not. It's not, guys. This is a troll from him. Is Attack on Titan a glorified mecha anime? So give me one mecha anime. What, like Gurren Lagann or something?
Gurren Lagann, Neon Genesis, bro, this I can't think off the top of my head, but there's Gundam. There's so many.
Yeah, it's completely different.
The
The only thing the same is there's war
Listen.
and they're big.
no. Not it. That's it.
I
Think
know,
about
I'm
it.
joking.
International war and conflict. That's one staple of a mech anime. Number 2, overly emotional and erratic main character. Okay. Number 3, you have big weapons of destruction. In this case, it would be titans. It's not a robot mech, yes, but people turn into these titans and they use it from the nape, and then they can shift out of it. So instead of a robotic mecha, it's a biological mech. Do you get what I'm saying?
Nah, I get it, but a lot of what you're describing just sounds like a just any other anime, innit?
No, no,
You
I was
said
saying.
crazy. You said
No,
crazy
no, no.
erratic anime character, mate. If I talk about crazy erratic, think about every single like anime we
Yeah,
watched, and the main character is
yeah,
just
yeah.
always
Fair, fair.
crazy, bro. The most crazy main character that I would know in terms of like, if I were to translate them IRL, would be someone
Hmm.
like a Goku. Bad dad wants to kill everybody.
He's not erratic though. He's just chill.
He's
He's
not chill
24.
though.
He's a terrible dad, and he's just chill
Yeah, and he wants to fight everybody. Even if
and
he
eat food.
isn't that more scary? He's a chill guy that wants to fight everybody because then you don't even know what they're on. They're like, wait, this
That's
guy's so
that's
quiet. Why
that's
is he killing everybody, bro? Literally,
medicine. He's a medicine society. That's true. That's
exactly.
true.
Like there's people that
No,
Luffy who out.
you could call Dragon Ball a mecha anime too, cause you know the no listen you know the Saiyans, yeah, when they have their tails on and it's nighttime,
Yeah, they
the
become
moon's out,
monkeys.
they become massive apes, bro. That's you can't tell me that's not different to a mech, man. That's the same shit.
Mech is technology based most of the
Nah,
time.
man, just have to be it's big and bad, bro. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
it is just big and bad. Yeah,
Big bad, big
but
bad,
then,
big bad.
then what about every single anime where they become big, like Susanoo? What is that, huh?
That's,
So Sasuke, Itachi,
no, no, no. That's
Shisui,
chakra.
Madara.
That's not physical matter. That's chakra. That's different.
Mate, but the Susanoo sat on Kurama. And Kurama was meant to be Chakra. So what is that about, huh? Chakra sits on Chakra, yeah? I see how it is.
Uh, yeah, do you know what? We don't talk about it. Next question. Alright.
You know what? I've messed up. Wait, let's stop for a second. I'm going to end the recording and start again. Because you know what I've been doing? I did it all at once. So now I have no timestamps. Usually after every single question I'm meant to stop and start.
I don't know. We can crop for this one. That's fine.
Okay, come. You're doing it then.
We're not starting over because you know what? My point still stands. My point still stands.
Number
Alright.
4.
Yeah.
Favorite psychological anime tropes. Okay, explain. What's tropes?
Tropes is like something that's seen commonly in a show. What's an example? For example, you know Naruto, One Piece. They always have sad backstories, overly emotional sad backstories. That's a trope. Having
Common.
this,
Sorry, it just says common figure of speech, recognizable or conventional themes. On Google. I just Googled it right now.
oh yeah, exactly. Conventional themes. Exactly.
Yeah.
The reason there's only literally one reason why I wrote this question. Yeah. Basically, I remember watching this show called ReZero. That's it. ReZero. That's it.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it. And
No.
whenever, basically, to summarize, he ends up in an isekai. He gets hit by a truck kun, and then he ends in isekai.
Shotgun, man.
He gets put in this infinite loop where every time he dies, the same events will start over again and again and again, and he dies a lot constantly, right? And
Okay.
if he ever tries to tell anyone that he's in this loop, he gets an instant like heart attack and then dies. So he can't tell anyone about his you know,
That's
his like
outrageous.
his peak, yeah. So there comes a point where he's restarted so many times, he starts going crazy and insane. And anime does this thing where I don't know if just anime does it, movies, TV shows might do it too, where the camera really pans in really close to the character, right above their eyes, and their eyes are just popping out with the red veins. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know that stupid camera angle where like it's like above the character, but it's zoomed into their eyes.
Oh, so it's like down here. It's like when someone does something stupid and they film you from up here. Okay, yeah, I get that, yeah.
Especially when they're going crazy, their eyes go like that. I'm just for some reason I love that trope. There's like this funny Vegeta meme of like Vegeta getting angry and it's like the camera zoomed in right above his eyes.
Oh,
and
he
it's
has a
red.
huge forehead as well. Holy shit, that guy.
Yeah,
Trope.
that's
Psychological anime trope. I mean, the dumbest thing to say. I don't actually even know what tropes is still now. I thought it just said favorite psychological anime, and then I would have
you
ended
can
it
you
there.
can you can say your favorite psychological anime to be honest. Trope is just conventional
Mm.
thing that
I'm
happens.
just I'm just trying to think what happens conventional theme in an anime, psychological anime as well. What happens a lot? They talk to themselves all the time. They say they master plan and have a weird smile. That's
Yeah.
always dumb. That's so dumb. Because
That's
everybody
exactly-
can
that's the trope.
everybody can read them, bro. It's like they're doing this, and they're just thinking about some crazy stupid shit in their head. The only time I don't see it is with like the typical Ayano Koji. But even then, he has emotion, a lot of emotion. Not in the anime, not in the anime.
I was about to say yeah.
Yeah, he's so
No emotion, really.
for my favorite psychological anime, I like Classroom of the Elite, Master Manipulator, amazing, super smart, and
Yeah, you won't
Hero-
shut up about Classroom Elite, so I know it's your favorite.
It's my top. It's my top 3 anime of all time, actually, which is weird to say.
I mean, after season 1, like you said, I got to season 2, so that the rules being explained in that game, and I got confused, and I hadn't touched it since. But a lot of people told me that it fell off after season 2. Is that true?
Yeah, for sure. Because I think the character shifted. They tried
Yeah.
making him super dark, super evil, and I don't think people were prepared for it. I'm a reader of the light novel and manga. You see, there's light novel, manga, anime. Anime
Yeah.
is the heartless guy. Nobody likes this guy IRL. You know.
Mm.
There's a manga. Manga shows all his emotions. He has funny faces, makes actual smiles and all sorts. That's him in the manga. So he's the complete opposite. And the manga is meant to signify what he thinks in his head or what he sees himself as, type
Yeah.
thing. Light novel is a mix in between. Some emotion
So the light
and some
novel's the
not.
best.
It's the in between, and I think it's the best for sure. Yeah, but
Okay.
he turns very dark. Like about season 2, there's this one scene. You type up, Ayano Koji, open your legs. He tells a girl to do that, and everybody who reacts to it, including myself,
Hey,
thinks, "What?
bro, you're spoiling the show, mate. You're spoiling the show.
You know, watch it. You're gonna not gonna watch it, bro."
No, yeah, but I feel like I don't the reason I don't like not the show. The show is good. I don't like his character. I think he's like overly edgy for no reason. It's a bit cringe. Not cringe, but like
I mean,
it's like they're trying too hard to make him seem like, oh, I'm some crazy sociopath. The better way to do that was, like you said, how the characters in Monster were delivered, or even Attack on Titan.
Monster
Like
was so sick.
give him a bit more like nuance, interesting.
That
Like
that's the
emotions.
thing with Ayano Koji is I think they did it way too late. You know how backstory usually happens in season 2 or episode like, 15 of season 1, right? Legitimately, I don't think they're gonna have a proper backstory until he's in season 5 of Classroom
They're
Delete.
fo-
That's
yeah,
so dumb. It's too dumb.
they're delaying it. Mystery, innit? They're trying to
Yeah.
build mystery, whatever.
No, but that's the thing. Classroom Delete came out in 2018, season 1. It's already
Mm.
been what 8 years. We don't know anything about him as an anime
Oh yeah,
fan.
it's been time, innit? I just deeped it.
They had 5 years in between the first two animes, the first two seasons.
They probably had production issues. Definitely.
Yeah, I know. It was in year 11. When it first came out, I watched it and
Yeah.
like, oh, this is so sick. 1 year later, turns out they're not going to make it at all. It popped up
Yeah,
randomly in 2021. Being like, oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
4 years later. It's coming out. Yeah, let's go. I was one of those fans as well. Being super psyched. But I read the light novel, so I knew what the hell was going to happen. And I was like, people are not going to like this guy for a lot of shit he does. They're going to
Yeah.
absolutely hate his guts. Because if he was IRL, I'm saying this now, both of us are, one bang individual. And that's the thing, we can't, because he's gonna beat the crap
Yeah.
out of both of us so easily with like one finger. With one
He's
finger,
martial art.
exactly.
They made him overpowered, smart.
There's
They gave him everything. They need to give
the
him some like
the only
weakness.
weakness that he has is he doesn't have emotion. So he's winning everything IRL. He doesn't even need the emotion. If anything, that was
Wait,
a buff, extra buff.
What
bro.
was what was his main goal again in the show? Because I know the main
To-
goal of the show was to be the top performing class, stuff like
He
that. So you
wants
don't
to
get
be.
out.
He wants to prove his dad wrong by showing that there's other people out there that can beat him. Because he's called
Oh.
he's called the perfect human. That's his nickname. Iona Koji perfect human that's literally just what he goes by. Because
That
at
comes
age
around.
5 he beat every martial artist. By the time he was a baby, not even one, okay, as he was a baby or like young toddler, 1 years old,
Yeah.
there were doctors trying to trick him to see if there was a jelly bean or not in each hand, right? If you get the
Yeah,
jelly
yeah.
bean, you can eat it. The babies can eat it. He got
Yeah, yeah.
one wrong. After that, he never got a single one wrong. And
Never
even the
wrong.
times that the jelly bean was in neither hand.
Oh wait, was this like the White Room experiments?
There we go.
Flashback.
He's from the White
Yeah.
Room. And I can't talk about too
There was a
much
bunch of
on
other
this
kids
podcast.
too. There was a bunch of other kids being tested.
They all
as well.
failed. He's the only one who made it from that year.
Yeah.
That specific year group that he was in, like for example, our year group, that year group, only he made it, and it was called like the toughest year ever, only because he was in it. Because his dad wanted to see how strong his son was, and it's called like the Phantom Year or the Hell Year or something like that. It has some crazy
They're
spooky
not-
name.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah,
I see.
all the years below it, the top guys from all the years below it in the White Room,
Hmm.
they don't even compare. Like they're not even a percent of him. They're maybe 5% of him.
I see.
That's how
Okay.
crazy he is. Yeah.
Were they all like experiments? These kids were they like engineered to be?
They're
Super
all
smart.
engineered to be the super smart politicians. You know the school
Okay.
that they're in,
Mm.
in the actual like anime.
It's the high society school. Yeah, it's like to be politicians.
That's a completely
engineers.
different one.
Is it?
Little
Oh,
backstory
the
for everybody.
White Rooms. Yeah.
This is a spoiler alert. I just want you to know. So skip a few amount of seconds or minutes. The White Room is made by his dad, Ayano Koji's dad, right? and another guy, this other guy felt like it was too a bit too crazy. He went and made the school that we know in Classroom with Elite. You're gonna be like, oh, but why is Iron Koji and not there? Why is Iron Koji there and not in the White Room? He ran away. He ran away
Okay.
from his
Ran away
dad.
from
That's why his dad wants him to quit and to go back to the White Room on his own
Oh, he had
accord.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ah,
you know
that's quite
the
interesting.
you know
I might finish the
bro,
show, bro.
trust me, so sick. You know the white girl. Ah, no, I can't say
Yeah.
anymore. No, nothing else.
You don't know, leave it there, leave it there.
Yeah, I'm leaving it
focus.
there. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I got you hooked. I like the trope of them speaking in their heads and stupidly saying their plans to themselves and having
Ah,
that weird crazy smile.
that's a big trope. Yeah, it's like in Death
Yeah.
Note, like the constant mind games and
Yeah, like
conversation.
bro, like have you seen that video on YouTube? Death
Yeah.
Note. If all we hear was like from the outside perspective, so if we didn't hear lights inside talks, is
Yeah.
thing L saying something here, like look at these and lights like this.
Yeah.
He just sits for 35 seconds and there's no commentary because we can't hear what's
Yeah.
inside his head. So it's
Exactly.
basically it's one of the funniest videos I've watched, and
Funniest
I
ever.
like that. Yeah.
I think that might be a better trope than the zoomed in camera I showed.
No, you know what
I
that
find it
reminds me
funny.
of? You know,
But,
in
yeah.
I think it's Fire Force. There's a guy called Shinra,
Shenron, the main character. Yeah.
and he has this. There's a guy called Joker, I think, right? Or is that something different? Yeah.
I
So
think
Joker's
so.
like about to kill this guy called Shinra. I've never watched this guy's, and Shinra's like, "Oh shit, this guy's gonna kill me," and then Joker's like, "Oh shit, this guy has a
I like-
freaking scary smile."
He has a habit where he like when he's nervous he starts smiling. Yeah.
That's the one exactly. And Joker looks at the has the same has the same smile, and he's like, "Oh shit, this kid has a hella crazy smile," even though he has the same one. And I started laughing. I like that too.
That's solid, yeah.
Yeah,
Alright, yeah,
that's
but I like the trope of talking in your head. That's definitely the best of it. With that, we're gonna move on to the final question, and
is-
this one might be another controversial one. I think most people will agree with my opinion. I don't know what you're gonna say, but it
I
is
disagree.
your thoughts on Boku no Hero Academia's ending. Are shonen shows being too influenced by social media nowadays? So are they being diluted and washed down, and the author's vision is not getting fully translated?
Okay, you go first, and I'll go
Okay.
second. Yeah.
Me personally, yeah, I thought Boku no Hero Academia was a 10 out of 10 shonen until season 3. I think season 3 onwards, till like, I stopped at like season 6, I haven't watched season 7,
Yeah.
has been an absolute. Some good points, but it's just been like a shitfest in my opinion. It's collapsed. It collapsed for me as a show. I'm gonna come back for the finale, check it out, but I think the show was going really good, and then the creator got influenced by his fans. Because remember, Boku no Hero Academia has a crazy fan base, like an absurdly stupid fan base. They're like blackmailing.
They're the worst.
They're the worst, yeah. Like I've never seen such an embarrassing fan base in my life. That's why a lot of people don't want to associate or talk about the show. But the show itself is really good, and I feel like the ending could have been a lot better. The original ending, he said, was actually one of the movie endings where Midoriya and Bakugo both get the powers, the one for all, and then Midoriya transfers the power to him, then he dies. I feel like that would have been a much more complete ending. But Midoriya losing his powers kind of, in my opinion, lost the whole point of the whole show. Like all the build up was like withered away with him losing the quirk. Because you see at the start of season 1, 2, and 3, it's always like, this is the story of how I became the greatest hero. This is the story of how I went from quirkless to with a quirk and climbed to the top of hero society. And at the end, he just becomes a flipping teacher, bro. He's just putting fries in the bag, bro. He just like what was all of that effort and work for, bro? I get it. He stopped Shigaraki and he didn't take credit for it because no one really knows it happened. The cameras got blasted, but oh sorry, if anyone hasn't seen
Yo, this is
Boku
a
no Hero
crazy
Academia,
spoiler alert. Holy
but,
shit.
but with the start of the question, they would have known. They would have clicked off. But I just think that like the ending was just kind of ruined the whole point of Midoriya's journey.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
I'm
my
gonna
point.
lean back and talk about it because I think I like a lot of points what you're saying. I think the main issue is slightly different for me personally. I think when you have more and more seasons, you need more characters and more villains and more plot points, right? So from season like 1 and 2, it was a banger, so sick. Season 3
good.
included, I think it was really good, genuinely. And after season I stopped watching at 5. I haven't even watched 6 or 7. Or I don't know how many seasons there are. That's how
You're
you
not
know I
you're
haven't
not
watched
missing
it.
too much. I'll be honest, you're not missing.
That's what I heard as well. But I heard that from quite a few people that the world building wasn't there, or the expansion wasn't well enough, and there wasn't
Exactly.
enough attachment to a lot of people. For
Definitely.
example, like we mention it all the time, but for something like Naruto, they put in place that there were 5 villages, so we knew that there was at least 5 villages, and that we'd have to visit them at some point, know their characters, and there's characters from every single village that I like, which is actually insane.
Mm.
Like for example, the Mist Village, May is the best character in the entire series for reasons that you
For
guys
what
know.
reason?
Um, you know, you watch it yourself, and then you come back. You know, we'll understand the reasons. But yeah,
I mean, why me when Tsunade exists, man?
she's way older. She's like 25 years older, bro. What the hell?
Bro, she's defying age, bro.
No, but I don't like back on track. Like the world building wasn't there for my hero. That's what I feel like. And every time I knew someone like, if they weren't good looking, they weren't in my box. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Like, okay, like the only person I actually know from like manga from like season 3 onwards is probably Lady Nagant, who had like a super sniper.
The sniper girl, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she was just a good looking person.
Was that
That's it.
season 5? Was that season 5?
Yeah, it was season 5. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't watch season 6 then. Maybe I
You
don't.
went early. You went season 4 like me. No, I went at season
Wait, wait,
5.
wait, wait. Do you know the Prison Break where like
Yeah. Oh wait,
everyone
no.
comes out?
Nagan was later. That was late season 6.
No, I
The
know
ending
Naga.
of season 6.
I met her like in the show. I remember everything.
Yeah, she's the end of
Uh,
season 6.
and okay, then I did watch season 6. Then,
Yeah,
I didn't
you
watch
did watch it
7.
then, yeah. Because I only watched 5 episodes in season 6, and that was from 18 onwards, basically, the end of the season.
Why?
Because that's when
Why
he
would you-
leaves. Because that's when he leaves, isn't it? I was waiting for that.
Oh.
Remember
Okay,
that
okay.
one scene, bro, like Batman? Remember that classic Batman pose where he's on the edge
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at the night, and he's like
With
massive.
the rain and the dark.
He's
Yeah,
like he's like
you know,
this, and he's looking at that, and it's all the rain and everything, bro.
it gives
That one
something
scene.
interesting. Something interesting to the show.
That's
When
why I skipped, bro.
Midoriya's-
I went from
Yeah.
like season 5, episode 3 to that. I just waited.
You know when it started falling off, man? It's after All My lost his quirk. That's when it started falling off.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
It
much.
actually was. And then animation was not as consistent. Story points were off. The whole school festival filler arc
Oh,
was
that
rubbish.
music festival.
Waste.
Yo, bro, I
Waste
remember
of
literally
episodes, man. Waste
when
of
that came
episodes.
out, everybody globally hated it. Like, not a single person rated it above like a 2 out of 10.
So bad, man. And it was so annoying because of the fact that we had like literally 10 out of 10 seasons, and then we get hit with this, and then
Yeah.
the villains became less interesting, and then the action and everything, the world building
Did the,
was so
did the
bad.
openings become shit as well? Because I don't remember
The openings
anything.
got worse. The openings got worse.
The last opening I remember is literally
Yeah.
the one where All Might's literally powering up to fight all for one, and his eyes become purple and everything. Like, oh, bro.
The only thing that I feel like kept me to some degree like somewhat still interested is Todoroki's family and that conflict going on, because I
Ooh,
think
the
that's
Endeavor one.
that's still a cool like character arc. But Midoriya, ever since he stopped having to like work to use his quirk, like before he'd face consequences for using his quirk, he
He'd
became
break his
stable.
power, break his body and all sorts, and yeah.
Exactly. That was kind of the selling point of his character. But then after he lost that, he became stable, because what else was there to him? There wasn't really much.
There
else to
is.
him.
He's a math teacher that puts fries in the bag, bro. I'm joking. He still has
with
the
that,
he still
guys-
has the mecha armor, but you know we both think it's shit.
Bro, the Mega Armor's not gonna do shit.
I
man.
know,
It's
I
kinda-
know. Not against
Yeah,
someone
you
like
lie,
yeah, we get it. Yeah,
So,
we both
yeah,
we both dislike it.
Exactly.
The only thing I,
mean-
liked about it was the very final like, manga panel, little like 5 panels, not 5 panels,
Yeah.
5 pages. There was the kid coming out of the basement. His mouth is tied shut. He comes out. A grandma
Yeah.
saves him to show that you know you don't need to be like Shigaraki, full of hate, and you don't need to fall into
Yeah. Oh,
this
I
madness.
know what you're talking about now. Yeah, the grandma helps a little kid out and prevents another Shigaraki from coming.
Exact. That was meant to be like
Yeah,
Shigaraki
I
3.0 or 4.0
I
or
remember
whatever
that,
it was. Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned that your issue wasn't my issue. It was more so world building, right? That was
Yeah,
your
my
issue.
my world build is nice. It's a mixture of a lot of yours and the world building. Because I always look at I had to compare it to other anime. I'm sorry, I just had to compare to be like, where the hell did
course,
they go
yeah.
wrong? You know, the world wasn't set out. It was only ever Japan. We only ever had. Oh yeah, no, the Egypt heroes can't make it to us. Why not? The only other hero we saw outside of Japan was that one woman with the OP quirk, with like Miss America, whatever her name is.
Oh yeah, Star and Stripes.
Star and
She's
Stripes. There we go.
her quirk is
She's
actually very interesting.
OP, bro. So sick.
Yeah.
And it would have been nice to have some sort of weird American arc where the kids from UA had to train in America. That would have been pretty
Yeah,
cool. That
that
would be
would have
pretty
been
lit. Why did
bro.
they
That
never
I
do
think
that?
saying
And
like a summer camp arc, like when they go to
exactly,
America,
bro. And
exchange students,
I was like, why didn't they go there? It would have been pretty sick.
would have been
Like
sick. Yeah.
at the time of like season 4, whenever the music festival was going on, I was like, bro, just send it to America, bro. They can get stronger. They don't need to start dancing
Oh,
around.
literally.
So
Let's
dumb.
have that.
I know.
Hiroshima versus US
What?
2.0.
Okay, relax.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
that's
no, no,
it.
no. But like, we don't know like the government tensions in this world, innit? Like you said, the world building is not good enough for us to know what's going on. Like One Piece, Naruto, they set up all these things ahead of time. But
Yeah.
I think Boku no Hero Academia, what it did good, yeah, compared to every other shonen, yeah, is like the characters were done well. Everyone had a detailed like understanding of each character's motivations, and they were able to juggle like 20 kids, the students, and like make them all have a decent amount of like development screen time. But what they didn't do was build the world, and it all fell apart right after that. Give me a second, Mano. Just pause the stream for a second.
Okay, let me just. We're good. We're back.
Sorry about the disruption, guys. My brother just dropped me off Kinder Bueno. But yeah, Boku no Hero Academia, great characters. Where it failed was world building. Mine was right.
But yeah, we didn't even answer the second part, which is more like, is it being too influenced by social media, like diluted,
I actually
washed
did
down?
mention that. I did mention that.
Yeah,
Remember with the fan
yeah.
base.
I don't think I did enough.
Oh,
The
do you
only
wanna go
thing
into
I
it?
have, the only thing I don't really have much to say about. It. The only thing I actually have to say about it is, I know Horikoshi at the time. It happens to every single person, right? They want to have a certain ending. The studio's like, money, 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 and then they not influenced. It's that one RDC skit every single time. It's like the paper. The guy that also hands the paper to the producers of the thing, animation studio, and they're like, oh, everyone's I thought they're like, give the character a kid.
The
And they
shareholders.
just they keep going, yeah, like they need to make more money, and it
Give-
becomes like
give them a
shit at
kid.
this.
So
Yeah,
like
remember,
it's like shit. Do you remember Shinji's adventures?
what's that?
So basically, on what's it called RDC World's Anime House series, there's like this one random character in the house that no one's ever heard of. It's the most generic anime character, but he doesn't exist. It's not real anime. They just made him.
Okay.
They called him that to make him super generic. And he's like,
Okay.
"Hey guys, you guys know me?" And then Naruto and Ichigo look at him like, "Who the hell was this guy?" He's like, "Yeah, it's Shinji from Shinji's Adventures." It's like, "Oh yeah, I'm a Netflix show that aired last week, and yeah, I'm really failing. I'm really failing off the charts. So I need to."
I watched Anime House, a few of them, but
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember
I
him.
just
I
said,
don't know.
if you search on YouTube, it'll come up. But basically,
Is it the first episode, or is he just like a recurring character?
I don't remember what episode. He came a couple times. But
Okay.
I'll send it to you. But basically, shareholders, stakeholders, the guys who want money, they pick the safest options and some of the most boring, rubbish options, and that's why Boruto's
Because
flopped.
if it's ever a controversial anime that can ruin the studio, they would legitimately lose like $80 million, which for them, currency conversion is eight
Yeah.
billion Japanese like yen, and that's ridiculous amount of money for them.
I mean, but their overhead's already low though, because they literally slave these animators.
Yeah, true. They don't get paid anyway, so I don't know why they why they're so
Nice.
greedy.
Bro, it's a Japanese capitalism, bro.
For every 100 million that the anime makes, the animators
Japan is
get.
capitalist, right, bro?
Yeah, they are.
Or are
Cheaper.
they like a hybrid, a strange hybrid?
No, they're capitalist as it gets.
But they're very community based country, no?
That's more like values internally. Communism is more economic. Like everybody, if you make £1 million and I
No.
make two,
What I
and I
mean
make
is
the
like communism aligns with their values, wouldn't it?
rest.
They're always constantly thinking about other people, like their place within their society.
I don't know. Communism is a weird. We shouldn't be talking about this. We are not that qualified. I've only
True,
researched
true.
it like 80 hours to 100 hours. I need 1,000 more
Yeah.
hours on this stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
to end that, capitalism is
yeah.
communism, guys. No joking.
How did we end up from bloody Boku no Hero Academia to capitalism? To communism?
Says a lot.
What the hell?
But yeah, we rambled on too much. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
the end of episode 7, and we'll see
Yep.
you guys in the next one. Bye.